What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY here. Today, we are going to take a look at Big Hoodoo's Crystal Skull. Now, this album came out exactly 2 years ago, and that's why I felt like it was a good time to do this. It's been 2 years, and I do think it's important for me to do this review because the very first My 2 Cents video I did was on Big Hoodoo. And to put it in a nutshell, I basically said that I wasn't just automatically going to go out and buy it because, you know, it was a new member of Psychopathic or a new artist on Psychopathic. I had to be impressed before I decided to pick it up. Well, needless to say, I was impressed. I picked it up. And then I was completely wowed. So if you want to go watch my 2 Cents video, the very first one I ever did, I will put a link in the description. You can go check that out. And then we're going to do this review because my opinion has completely changed. Like I said, the new artists have got to impress me, give me a reason to buy their shit. Big Hoodoo did that. Every single they released, every music video they did, I was impressed. And so I picked up the album, and I fucking love the album. I love it. I can't wait for his next one. Alright, but enough about that. Let's jump into the review. There is the front. We'll go ahead and flip it over. Motherfucker, I'm hitting shit. There's the back with the track listings. Now, a lot of motherfuckers I've been seeing, and I haven't seen it in a while, but motherfuckers when he first came out were saying, oh, his face paint is too much like ABK's. Motherfucker, how is that too much like ABK? I don't get it. That doesn't look anything like ABK. If anything, he looks more like the boogeyman off of WWE. Anyway, we'll go ahead and take a look at the track listings, which are Intro, Hexed, The Raven, Give It Life, Mountain Climbing, Blitzed, Never Had, Dark Side, Crystal Skull, Spells, Happily Ever After, My Homie, The Jinx, Detroit Murderess, and The World Is Very Different. My favorite tracks on this album are Give It Life, Mountain Climbing, Dark Side, The Jinx, and I'm gonna stick with Spells. I like Spells. It was a very different jam, and I enjoyed that very much. Really the only two that I find myself skipping even 2 years later after this album came out is, you know, Blitzed. I'll tend to skip a little bit. Sometimes I'll skip The Raven, and what's the other one? The Crystal Skull. I'll skip sometimes. But the rest of the album is the shit. I can honestly listen to this album front to back. It's very, very reminiscent of Dark Lotus for me, but there's a lot of Brian Kuma beats in here, mainly the first several, and I really like Kuma as a producer. Really love it. So let's take a look on the inside. There's the CD art. And there's the back. Fucking Big Hoodoo holding a skull, a crystal skull at that. And there's some fucking like hoodoo writing in here, or voodoo writing. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be hoodoo or voodoo. I don't know much about that dark shit because I don't fuck with it. You know, here's the back of the front, little insert sleeve, and we'll take a look inside the book. There's that fucking awesome looking hatchet, man, dude. That is the shit. Okay, so there you got Big Hoodoo and the song credits, you know. So yeah, I mean, Hex, The Raven, Give It Life was produced by Kuma. Blitzed was, and you're like, whoa, you've already named 2 songs that you don't even like. You said you skip more than others, and they're Brian Kuma. Man, fuck out of here. Stop putting me in my place. You know, Dark Side. Dark Side's probably my favorite song on the entire album, and it's a fucking Kuma beat. So, but yeah, there's the song credits. You know, here's a little bit more of the credits of where it was produced at and everything. Additional vocals, and you know, a lot of people I know were bitching a lot that they feel like it was written a lot by Violent J, and there's probably a good chance it was, but Violent J has been known to help out artists when they first start on Psychopathic. He did it with Twisted. He did it with Blaze. Pretty sure he did it with ABK. You can hear Violent J a lot on Hatchet Warrior. People seem to forget that, you know, he's all over the Harvest, but people nowadays just want to fucking bitch on Violent J, and that's their biggest reason for not liking this album. But y'all all fucking gotta check this shit out. Super special thanks to Mikey Clark, Joe Strange, Cold 187, Sugar Slam, DJ Clay, Brian Kuma, Shaggy 2 Dope, Violent J, Rob Jason, Cody, Awesome Dre, which is his cousin, Leah or Leia, however you want to pronounce it, Billy Bill, and Violent JJ. I'm not going to tell you what his special thanks are. If you want, here, I'll just put this kind of in frame. If you want, just fucking pause it and read it, or pick up the album and read it. Then you got the thanks, and this thanks, of course, is probably going to go out to, yeah, you. So, yeah, pretty dope album. I was really impressed by this album. Like I said, I was hesitant, you know. Just because it's a new psychopathic thing doesn't mean I'm just automatically gonna pick it up and rep that shit hard because it's got a Hatchet Man on it. I gotta be impressed, and I was impressed when I heard Hexed. You know, Hex was different. It grew on me. When I heard Never Had, that's when I knew this was gonna be, he was gonna be something different, you know. So then I started YouTubing when it came out, and it was about the fall when this came out. It was the fall of 2013 before I was able to pick this up, and I've been loving it ever since. Fucking love it. So if you haven't picked up this album, I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't know why you're believing what everybody else says about it, or if you have any kind of hesitations of your own, just pick it up. If you don't like it, fucking sell it to somebody else that may like it. But it's definitely worth it. It was fucking awesome, and I can't wait for his next album. So there you guys go. Pick it up. I'm pretty sure it's on Hatchet Gear. I imagine you can get it at Amazon, FYE, different stuff like that. It's a fairly new album, so definitely pick it up if you haven't. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.